What's up guys, Goonlister here bringing you another big player review from this week's Team of the Week, and this time it's second in form Gonzalo Higuain, the Argentinian striker that plays for Real Madrid. I was really excited to review this guy for you because he's one of the rare players that has excellent chemistry links with both Cristiano Ronaldo due to playing the same club as him, and also Lionel Messi because he's the same nationality. So if you're looking to build a team of either of those two players, if you've got enough coins, then normally this is one of the guys that you'll have in the team. So take a look at his card stats. He's got 80 pace, 85 dribbling, 86 shooting, 79 passing and 79 heading. He sent me back about 161k. He played 11 games for me and scored 12 goals. He's also got 4-star skills and 4-star weak foot. So we'll take a look at his in-game stats. And he's got 87 ball control, 80 crossing, 89 dribbling. Look at that finishing, 99 finishing. It can't get any better than that. He's got 79 heading accuracy, 75 long pass, 88 long shots, 81 penalties, 82 short pass and 91 shot power, and also he's got 87 volleys. Taking a look at his player information, he's 6 foot tall, he's 24 years old, he can play as a striker or a centre forward, he's right footed, and there's his work rates and his weak foot and skill moves again for you. He's got 80 acceleration, 92 reactions, 90 stamina, but have a look at that balance, only 62, and that will have a massive impact on how he plays. He's also got 77 strength, he's got 91 attacking position. So let's start off with what I liked about him. What I liked about him is that he is a great finisher, and that's the least that you'd expect from someone who's got 99 finishing. Anywhere, around 25 to 30 yards out or inside the box, he'd be testing the keeper, he'd have a decent shot on target. Also with his 4-star weak foot, it wouldn't be such a lottery. He'd be able to have a decent shot with his left foot and only miss on rare occasions. What you may see by the initial clips is that he was a great passer of the ball as well. That's what surprised me. It wasn't something that I was expecting. He's got fairly decent strength for a striker, so he's able to hold off defenders. But what he was able to do, more effective than I expected, was able to pick out his teammates who were in better positions than him. His work rates meant that he was often deeper on the pitch than I expected, but he had the ability to pick out passes short and long and was able to bring his other teammates into play. For all you skillers, he has 4-star skill moves, so that means he can do the majority of skill moves in the game. He also has the speed dribbling trait. So what that means is that he can move with the ball quickly at his feet, he can dribble in and out of players, and for someone with his strength, that's a fairly decent attribute to have, and that will help you create some chances. Now let's move on to the things that I didn't like. And the biggest thing for me was his work rates. What that means is that he's got medium attacking and medium defensive work rate. Now, what you'd want from your striker is to at least have a high attacking work rate and preferably a low defensive work rate, which means they'd always be up the pitch playing on the last man, where you'd want him to be. Now, because he has medium in both, it means that sometimes he's sluggish to get up the pitch. It means that sometimes you find him deeper than you want him to be, and that is a problem. Another thing that I didn't like about him was his pace or lack of it. I wasn't expecting him to be quick, but he felt a lot slower than the 80 pace on his card would suggest, and that may be due to his height, because sometimes you'll find that players who've got the same pace stats on the card, if the player is taller, will be slower across the ground than a smaller player would be. And that brings me on to the final thing that I didn't really like about him, and that's his balance and his agility. If you looked at his in-game stats, he only had 62 balance and he had his agility in the 70s. What that means is that he feels really sluggish on the ball. He's not able to weave in and out of players like a smaller player would do. This is one of the first things that I noticed when using him, and it wasn't something that I was expecting. He has similar card stats to the informed David Villa that I've also got in this side, and he feels so much different to him, and that's something that you'll notice if you ever do use him. He's got fairly decent heading, so he's able to work the keeper if the ball's in the air or put the chance away if required. So that made me think, would he be better as a centre forward instead? Now this review is reviewing him as a striker in a striker position, but looking at what I've said in terms of his pace, his work rates and everything, I think he would definitely be better suited to a centre forward. If you wanted to use him as a striker though, then there's probably better options in the league than he is. So you've got players like Benzema, you've got Falcao. Now Falcao's got similar pace stats, but he's got much better heading stats, and also he's got the luxury of a 5-star weak foot, which is priceless, which means it doesn't matter where you are on the pitch, what position the ball's in, he'll be able to work the keeper and put a chance away. And even though he's got a 4-star weak foot, it's still not 5-star, so it just hinders him slightly. And when you take into account the price that you'll be paying for him, then you probably want to look at the alternatives instead for a striker. But as a centre forward, he'd be really good. So overall, to review, He's got clinical finishing, he's got accurate passing, he's got good dribbling, a 4-star weak foot and 4-star skills. The things I didn't like was his medium work rates. He feels slower than he should do, and also his low balance and agility. So that's it, guys. That's a review. I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10 overall. If you like this review, leave a like below, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching.